and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome to KweenzWorld. Today's gonna be a bit different. I know you guys been asking me to do recipes on my meals. Going to be making stuffed peppers, but it's going to be random off my head. I never tried this, so I'm gonna do my own swing on it. With that being said, let's get right into the video.
First off, we're gonna start with the vegetable broth. I'm just using the remaining that I had in my fridge. There's no measurement to this. I'll just say do it to your liking. I would say this is about half a cup, but other things are going to be added to this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my coconut milk. As I said, there's no measurements to this. I just eyeball everything in this whole entire video, and I just sprinkle some of that. Then I go ahead with my garlic pepper and I crush some of those in there. I love my stuff well seasoned, so you'll see a lot of seasoning in here. Then I go ahead and add my paprika. I don't think paprika give any flavor in, just give color to me. Then I go ahead with my garlic powder. I didn't crush up any garlics because I was out of garlic, so I'm using garlic powder. Then I go ahead and grab my turmeric. Turmeric is your best friend, okay? Turmeric is your best friend. Then I go ahead and add my sazon. This is like one of my all-time favorite seasonings. Have to go in all of my dishes. Next off, I'm gonna put a little bit of kosher salt in there, not much. And sprinkle that in, and the rest I just toss it in the sink. Then we're just gonna mix all of this in, and then we're gonna add our quinoa. This bag is almost done, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add the remaining of the red quinoa. Then I go ahead with my new bag of quinoa. This contains white quinoa, red quinoa, millets, and also buckwheat. I go ahead, eyeball that, pour it all in, and I give it a stir. I will let that boil to about 15 minutes until you start seeing it sprout. Then I put a lid on that and simmer away. So now I'm using my saucepan. I'm just gonna add a teaspoon of coconut oil. It's unrefined coconut oil, and I'm just gonna let that simmer and get hot so we can go ahead and add our onions and all the other flavorings. So I toss in my onions, and we're just gonna let that caramelize for, I'll say about a minute or so, until it gets like a golden brown color. You don't want to overcook your onions. You don't want them burnt. Now I'm just gonna grind some garlic pepper in there just to open up the flavor. Give that a little toss, and we add in our mushrooms. Let me tell y'all, I never liked mushrooms. I never liked mushrooms. I used to hate mushrooms, but now I'm in love. Love mushrooms. Then we're gonna add our chili. I'm just adding spices from my cabinet. You don't have to add chili if you don't want to. Then I'm going in with my garlic powder, along with my complete seasoning. This is one of my favorite seasonings too. It has to go in all my cooking. Sazon and my complete seasoning. Give that a toss, let it caramelize. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our kale and spinach. Back with the coconut milk, drizzle some of that on there. You don't want too much. As you can see, I did a spiral, and then we're gonna go ahead and add water as well, and then let that cook out. Go ahead, put your lid on, let it simmer, and then you get this. This is basically finished. You just put your stove on low, and then we're done. So in a small saucepan, we're gonna bring to boil our buttersquash yams. I didn't make much because I'm only doing 3 peppers. Bring that to a boil, drain the water out, and then you set it aside, and then you go ahead and mash everything. Back to the quinoa. As you can see, everything is starting to boil out of the quinoa. So I'll go ahead and add my broccoli and give that a toss. I also add a little bit of tomato and then I save the rest for later. Sprinkle that in and also give it a toss. Then I go ahead and add my black beans from a can. I did not want to stay up all night cooking black beans. So I just went ahead and buy some canned beans because we do know boiling your own beans take a whole year. And nobody got time for that at 8 at night, like come on. So I just give that a little mix and then I go ahead and add my red pepper flakes just for a little spice. Now onto your peppers. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the top of the peppers and then set that aside or toss it in the trash because we're not gonna make use of it. Then we're gonna go ahead and cut out the seeds. Then you want to grab that mortar gun and just toss them thing in the trash because you won't be needing the seeds. Then we're going to go ahead and add some vegetable oil to the bottom of our pan. Then I just pour a little bit of vegetable oil in a little bowl so I can go ahead and grease my peppers. Moisturize that thing. Just feel it up, grease it up. I went ahead and add my 3 peppers in my baking pan. And now it's time for stuffing. I take my buttersquash and I put that as my main base in the peppers. I try to even it out between the 3 peppers. So you're gonna stuff it up. Then we're gonna add our quinoa mix with all the beans and the broccoli and all its goodness. And there you have it. I made sure I preheat my oven at 350 before I even slapped it in there. So while I was cooking, it was already heating up.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. Hey. I don't try nobody, grip the trick. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. It's bad and Boujee, bad. Cooking up dope with
the finished product. Got some asparagus, some quinoa with black beans and broccoli. Some salad, just spinach and kale with some fresh strawberries and a little bit of balsamic dressing, and we got the stuffed pepper. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to KweenzWorld. Love you guys. Bye.
My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My bitch is bad and Boujee, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too.